The Denver Federal Center offers a wide range of amenities in a unique campus setting at the gateway to the Rocky Mountains. Owned and managed by the U.S. General Services Administration, the DFC continues to develop and improve. This 1 square mile campus currently supports over 6,000 tenants from more than 25 federal agencies and bureaus in over 50 active buildings. That's almost 4 million rentable square feet. All of these buildings are federally owned, and some boast a robust history dating back to the American World War II effort. GSA is proud to include the Denver Federal Center in its inventory of properties, and we invite you to take a closer look at this constantly evolving site. We think it might surprise you. The Denver Federal Center has a long and colorful past, deeply rooted in Colorado history. In the late 1860s, Jacob Downing developed a 2,000-acre ranch in this area because of its reputation for rich farmland and beautiful mountain views. 50 years later, prominent Denverite Thomas S. Hayden purchased the land and expanded it into a 20,000-acre cattle ranch. In December of 1940, the federal government bought a fraction of the Hayden Ranch to build an ammunition plant in support of World War II. Production of small caliber weapons began that year, and at its peak, the Denver Ordnance Plant employed over 22,000 people and produced more than 6,000 cartridges daily. This boom was short-lived, however. The plant closed when the war ended in 1945, and the area was developed into a federal office complex known as the Denver Federal Center shortly thereafter. The Denver Federal Center clearly has had a dramatic impact on the surrounding community of Lakewood and on Colorado as a whole. GSA recognizes the importance of this partnership between the community and the federal government and plans to continue to strengthen that relationship in the future. Today, the Denver Federal Center is a thriving facility offering its tenants the amenities of a modern workplace with easy access to downtown Denver and the mountains. The flexibility and security offered at the DFC makes this the perfect location for even the most unique needs of any agency. Visit Building 95 and see the National Water Quality Lab, where water samples from throughout the nation are analyzed for contaminants. Then visit the U.S. Geological Survey in Building 810 and see the National Ice Core Laboratory, where samples taken from glaciers worldwide are studied and stored. Also in Building 810 is the U.S. Geological Survey's map sales facility, where the public can purchase topographical maps of land throughout the country. In Building 56, the U.S. Department of Interior's Bureau of Reclamation conducts hydraulics research on scale models of some of the nation's largest rivers and dams. Interested in learning about your family's past? Go to Building 46 to start your research in the National Archives and Records Administration's Microfilm Genealogy Research Room. Building 16 was recently renovated to meet the needs of the Defense Contract Management Agency, one of the DFC's newest tenants. For this project, upgrades were made to improve energy efficiency and meet ADA requirements. Building 25 has also undergone renovations in the last few years and is now a showcase of modern office and laboratory space. This building is an excellent example of how one structure can accommodate two very different space needs and give tenants the flexibility to move between both. In the process of a major renovation, Building 41 is incorporating GSA's Workplace 2020 initiative into its new design. With this innovative program, GSA is developing new methods to meet modern office needs. As you can see, the wide variety of facilities on this campus can accommodate almost any agency's needs. But this isn't all the DFC has to offer. The Colorado location of this property makes it an ideal choice for agencies looking to establish a regional headquarters in the center of the country. The Denver Federal Center is minutes away from downtown Denver and several local thoroughfares and major interstates, including I-25 and I-70. Denver International Airport is easily accessible, as are various modes of public transportation. RTD, the Regional Transportation District, even has a park and ride facility adjacent to the property. The Denver Federal Center also offers plenty of close-in tenant parking, unlike other, more urban locations. GSA is dedicated to preserving our environment, and as a result, sustainability is a top priority on the DFC. In fact, the Colorado Environmental Leadership Program recently recognized the Denver Federal Center with its 2006 Bronze Environmental Achievement Award. The DFC was also honored by GSA's Office of Government-Wide Policy with the Real Property Innovation Award in the category of Sustainable Practices.
We can make a difference. We have a huge opportunity here. We have a huge opportunity to reduce the carbon footprint. For example, we've replaced all of our internal combustion cars with new electric vehicles. We're committed to using more and more energy from a renewable source. For example, a couple of years ago, we installed these photovoltaic panels that basically power our monument sign that is behind me. In fact, I'm also standing right now on a 6.5 acre site that will ultimately be a 1 megawatt solar park. It'll generate approximately 10% of the electricity that we use site-wide. And it also represents a giant step forward in our commitment to using more renewable energy across the site. So everything we do, from our 20-year master site plan to the day-to-day operations on the site, to how we basically manage our buildings that are out of date and being torn down, are steeped in the principles of sustainability.
Understandably, security is always a concern for federal tenants. The Denver Federal Center prides itself on being able to accommodate whatever level of security best fits each organization. What is perhaps most unique about the Denver Federal Center is the wonderful campus environment. The grounds feature softball fields where the Federal Softball League plays each summer. Trails with permanent exercise stations can be found throughout the property. Our Xeriscape Garden outside of Building 67 features many native, water-efficient types of plants from throughout the region. While you're outside, keep an eye out for the many species of animals that live on the DFC. 18 species of mammals and 142 species of birds call this campus home. For personal errands, 2 credit unions, a barbershop, a wellness center, and a health unit are located on the DFC. Clever Kids Learning Center, an accredited child care center, is also located here. As you might have guessed from all of these amenities and special features, the Denver Federal Center is a unique and energetic place to work. The face of real estate is changing, and in order to offer the best space at the best value to our federal customers, GSA recognizes that our facilities must evolve. As a result, GSA has developed an extensive plan for the Denver Federal Center that includes the construction of a new hospital, a future RTD light rail stop, and other mixed-use areas.
The Federal Center has been described as the most exciting square mile available for development by Fred Kent from Project for Public Spaces, and I think we're about to see that come to fruition.
In just the past year, 2 significant opportunities have come about that will greatly impact the Denver Federal Center and the surrounding community. First, voters approved the Regional Transportation District's Fast Track initiative, which will include a transit and intermodal station on the DFC grounds. Secondly, the proposed relocation of St. Anthony Central Hospital to the Federal Center has also received approval and is moving forward. By redefining the DFC, we will be planning for a vital and promising future while preserving the many attributes and rich history that make it such a special part of the community. Senior Project Manager Lisa Morpurgo.
There are 4 main goals of the master plan, and we've used this kind of statement and this information in all our PR material. The first is really safeguarding the interests of the tenants here and meeting both their current and future needs. The second is maximizing the value and appeal of the Federal Center. The third is to establish a vision for what this site can be, both in terms of providing space for our tenants as well as some of the mixed-use center opportunities that come along with transit and other major projects such as the relocation of St. Anthony's Hospital. And then the fourth is capitalizing on the premier location that we have here.
Soon, construction will begin on a new facility for St. Anthony's Central Hospital along the southwestern edge of the DFC. Administrator of Outreach Services for St. Anthony Hospitals, Bob Wallace.
I think it's really exciting. If you look at many years ago. People tell me there were over 20,000 people that were originally on this site many years ago when the GSA was very active. And so for me, it's almost a resurgence when you look at the site plan of what the Denver Federal Center is doing. So I feel it's a tremendous synergy having our two organizations almost at the same place from the master facility plan.
Plans for the relocation include a modern hospital, on-campus medical office buildings, an ambulatory and hospital procedure center, and a distinct outpatient pavilion. The new St. Anthony Central Hospital is slated to open in 2010. Currently one of RTD's busiest locations, the Cold Spring facility operates near capacity on most weekdays, making expansion highly desirable here as well. The inclusion of the Denver Federal Center on the west corridor of RTD's light rail system will connect the campus to Denver's Union Station and other major commercial centers throughout the area. Regional Transportation District General Manager and CEO Cal Marcella.
We've had a good partnership with GSA over time. We both are pursuing our business agendas, which are linked inextricably. The transit success will relate to the GSA success for development, which then relates to the city of Lakewood's success and Jefferson County's success. So I think we've developed a great partnership where we all basically agreed to sit down at the beginning and say, how do we come up with a plan that's a win-win-win for all parties involved? And I really believe by the master plan that we've put together and the development that we're now pursuing, we've accomplished that objective.
We truly have realized over the last 8 years the importance of the Denver Federal Center, and we realize the importance of the master plan, and we appreciate the fact that our community has been involved in the development of that master plan, and we do appreciate that in a true sense of partnership we've worked with other agencies such as the Regional Transportation District and the Colorado Department of Health and Colorado Department of Transportation, and also the private sector with St. Anthony's Hospital. So I think that there's a true sense of the heritage of the Denver Federal Center, but I think more importantly there's a true sense of partnership as we move forward in the future with the Denver Federal Center, the city of Lakewood, and the state of Colorado.